Christine Chubbuck was a reporter for Channel 40 Sarasota. Suffering from depression, Christine was frustrated at her employer's obsession with blood and guts reporting. On the morning of July 15, Christine started her show as normal. For 8 minutes she covered 4 stories. On the last, the film reel got stuck, to which Christine added, "In keeping with Channel 40's policy of bringing you the latest in blood and guts and in living colour, you are going to see another first: attempted suicide." She then drew a .38 revolver from beneath her desk and shot herself behind the right ear. Because of the year, home taping technology was not available. Ms. Chubbuck's family put an injunction against the TV station for the 2-inch video quad tape. It has never been played again and no one knows of its fate. Bud Dwyer was being made the scapegoat for a financial scandal. The day before he was due to appear in court, Bud called a press conference. In front of a bewildered press gallery, he pulled out a handgun and shot himself in the head. Not only was this shot played on TV, but was replayed later on in the 6 o'clock news by some stations. There was a public outcry. It led to the questioning of playing live news in schools, as did the Challenger disaster, which was witnessed live by thousands of school children. In 1954, live broadcast of a phone conversation was illegal under FCC law. But WKAP in Pennsylvania soon discovered that if you spooled the tape off the deck and then back on, in between the read and write heads, there was a delay. 5 seconds was enough to bypass the FCC law. The delay was soon used to bleep rambunctious callers. By 1977, computerized memory had reached the point where you could store enough audio to make a virtual loop, which could then be dumped when necessary. The device was colloquially known as the dump box, because it had a large dump button. It could also rebuild the time delay by lengthening the pauses for the next minute or so of broadcast. They could also choose to just bleep the audio, having 7 seconds to decide what was inappropriate. Today, live editing suites have dump buttons built in as a software module. The FCC does not monitor broadcasts, it solely relies on complaints submitted. The industry is now generally self-regulated. During daytime hours, when questionable content might possibly go to air, most channels use what is known as a dump button. The live feed is stored and played about 7 seconds later, this giving the editing team time to edit something out. It's important to remember that computers are not instantaneous. Transmissions are not instantaneous. Computer manufacturers are constantly striving to make computers faster. This is because they're not instantaneous. Try it for yourself. Film yourself with any webcam and watch the foldback. I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why this is important. Here I have 2 mirrors facing each other. The light is reflected obviously back and forth at the speed of light. My camera is filming the end result. When I move the mirror, you will see it looks instantaneous. The change is effective at the speed of light. But even this, as we know, is not instantaneous. There is a tiny delay that is not visible to such primitive filming equipment, but this is as close as you will ever get to instantaneous. Here's the same thing on a computer screen. This is a screen capture program. It will capture whatever is on the screen. If I move the box on the screen, it takes a fraction of a second to communicate through the software and hardware back to the screen, at which point it is captured in the new position and the cycle goes around again. But each time, the computer's processing time is added. So between each layer change, there is a delay. All computers have this. All software has this. There is no exceptions. In 2006, a channel appeared on YouTube with the username Tina Card. It argued that September 11 had to be perpetrated by magical Arabs, even given the mountain of evidence to the contrary. Strangely enough, to prove this hypothesis, Tina Cart uploaded 3 clips of the World Trade Center attack. This in itself is ironic, as it points to the biggest doubt about September 11. 2 of these videos had never been seen before. Video 3 happens to be one of the best quality amateur shots of the second strike. The camera is stable and it's zoomed in. Let's watch.
Bang sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposely.
Whoa!
Holy cow!
Another plane just hit! What? Another plane just hit! Oh my god, the other tower!
Just ran into the other tower.
TV you can hear in the background is playing one of two channels, Fox 5 or WNYW. They both have the same commentary, but different video. If we synchronise them with the Devin Clark video, we should see a considerable delay. In the time it takes for the light to travel to Mr. Clark's camera, the TV has to get the footage transmitted to the station, put logos and commentary on top, and then rebroadcast it via analogue signal to the TV in Mr. Clark's video. Let's start with the Fox 5 footage. We can line it up with the explosion, and now we can let the clips play through side by side.
Said it appeared to bank sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposefully, into, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one.
Seems to be on purpose.
Oh my goodness, now you...
This scenario is impossible. The TV in the background is ahead of real-time events. To illustrate why, I'll synchronise the clips by the audio.
To bank sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposefully.
You'll notice the problem now.
Oh my goodness, there's another one.
Seems to be on purpose.
Oh my goodness, now you... Now it's obvious, I think.
This means that the plane on Devin's TV hit the building on Devin's TV before it did in front of Devin's own eyes. We have to assume this is not the correct clip. We'll try the WNYW clip, otherwise known as Saltergate.
As you look at the picture from our chopper now arriving at the scene, Jim Friedel in Hoboken said it appeared to bank sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposefully, into, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one.
Seems to be on purpose.
Oh my goodness, now you... Now it's obvious, I think, that there's a second plane just crashed into the World Trade Center.
Once again, we'll compare it with Devin Clark's video side by side. This time we'll line up the explosion and the plane impact.
Jim Friedel in Hoboken said it appeared to bank sharply and smash directly, perhaps purposefully, into, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one.
Seems to be on purpose.
Oh my goodness, now you...
Another plane just came. Oh my God, the other tower. Just ran into the other tower.
From Google Earth we know the chopper is over 5 miles away. From there it has to send a transmitted signal to the network station. It then has to be processed by the network's equipment and then be rebroadcast to the TV in Devin Clark's room. The sound also has to travel across the room at a very slow speed of sound. Devin's camera is recording from about 2 miles away, with no other impedance. This problem cannot be reconciled. One or more of these videos is fake. If the Devin Clark video is real, then both of the Fox videos are fake. We have to assume that Devin Clark has made a fake September 11 video, which is a vile act, and discard it as any evidence concerning 9/11, and certainly not use it to invade any more innocent countries, which still leaves us with a problem with the curious Fox footage. Why are the two audios misaligned? Let's watch them side by side, synchronised by the explosion.
As you look at the picture from our chopper, as you look at the picture from our chopper, Jim Friedel arriving at the scene said it appeared to bank sharply and smash directly, perhaps smash directly into, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one. There's another one.
Seems to be
Oh my goodness, there's another one. Goodness, now you...
on purpose.
Now it's obvious, I think, that now there's a second plane just crashed into the World Trade Center. There's a second plane just crashed into the World Trade Center.
Could this be our old friend the dump button at work? And could it be to blame for this whole thing? Yes, it's very possible this is an editing dump. CNN had one very similar on the second strike. But this doesn't solve our problems, because then the video would be 4 seconds behind as well. For some reason the audio or video timeline has slipped in one of these videos. And what's with this comment?
As you look at the picture from our chopper now arriving at the scene,
this comment makes it clear he is talking about Chopper 5, which happens to be over Hoboken, but only in the WNYW footage. One reason they might have had to delay the commentary for 4 seconds is that without the plane there was no reason for them to say "oh my goodness" 18 times. Let's swap the audio streams and see what I mean.
Perhaps purposefully, into, oh my goodness,
Oh, God.
there's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one.
This seems to be on purpose.
If you had to swap the footage, you would have to delay the audio as well, until there was a visible sign of the attack, or else it would seem like the commentators were watching another feed, which they were.